Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cosmic Crit. I have to keep my voice down because if I speak too loud, they'll hear me. It's the first day of March, and you know what that means. March. Monster. Madness. They're everywhere. Beckoning to be created into a monster for the Cosmic Crit crew to fight. I can't tell you more. To find out more, you must go to CosmicCrit.com and click on the Discord link at the top to join our Discord. There, you will find out all you need to know. March, Monster, Madness is upon us! And now, for our regularly scheduled episode of Cosmic Crit 174, Dirty Dreadlancing.
Get ready to jab, dodge, block, and send a right hook square into the glass jaw of your opponent in this week's pugilistic episode of Punch Out Crit. This is your GM Patrick here, your gym major circuit leader, and I'm throwing in the towel on playing Starfinder by myself. So, joining me, climbing the ladder and one-on-one grudge matches are my five friends and your heavyweight champions. To my right, she floats like a butterfly and stings like a great tiger. It's Rebecca rolling with Zinnia.
Hello.
Across from her, he's popping off, spraying shots like a can of soda. It's Drew delivering Echo 7 Popinski.
Who is Mr. Dream?
To my right, this super macho man can tank 10 rounds without a TKO. It's Tyler dredging up Dabasho.
Hello, Patrick.
Across from him, he's no dream, but this Sandman will put you right to sleep with a knockdown critical. It's Jabert playing as Trest.
Hey.
And across the digital table, underestimate this little Mac and you will surely fall to his punch attack. Why, it's Miles mixing up with Sprouts.
Good evening.
Hey, punching video games.
Yeah.
Punch.
I've gone back and played that game over the NES Classic and the SNES Classic online. Yeah, it's not an easy game.
Punishing. Yeah, a lot
at all.
I felt like that way about a lot of NES games, is they really had to up the difficulty for there to be replayability.
Well, that and Punch Out in particular, the timings were based off of CRT TVs and the negligible input lag that we used to have back in the analog days. So the digital games are and digital versions of them are much more difficult to get the timings right.
Yeah, I often think about, the days of the NES, because I remember when Dark Souls or even Demon Souls came out, a lot of people compared to it's NES hard. And I think back to my childhood, and it's also, you kind of bought one game maybe for a good while, and so it kind of had to be challenging so you would keep at it. Yeah. And because I had whole summers spent playing, Mega Man 2 and 3, and those games, after you beat the main robots, they stretch off into almost an entire other game of terror.
And not to mention that you didn't have save files for half of these games, so you booted up Punch Out.
You had passwords though.
Well, for some games, but not for Punch Out. Punch Out, you started at the beginning of the game and did the whole shebang.
Yeah, it's like a fighting game.
The whole shebang.
But it's an interesting conversation to have about the difficulty spikes of some of the older games, because you go back and play some of them now, especially if you're a little rusty, and they are punishing.
Imagine if our beloved TTRPGs were that difficult, and if you had a party wipe and you just had to start the campaign over again. Just Major Jelda Mark yelling at you guys.
Imagine being like level 1 and having to do a death march.
Yeah, we're back
Patrick.
at it. We are back at it.
So yeah. I don't want to hear this.
It's interesting to talk about those difficulties because, like, at least in my opinion, those older game difficulties, I don't even see them as difficult as more as just like, I think
challenges.
No, I think how you said it is right. They're just punishments. It's just, I don't feel like even when I overcome them that I've really overcome a really satisfactory challenge. I feel like I just avoided the punishment of having to start back over. You know, I I like it when something is a challenge and you feel like you overcome it, but I do not like it when the game essentially is just like, hey, beat your head against this wall until you make it past it. I don't feel like that's
and this,
I
this
don't
is
mind
coming
that
from the
if-
person who today said, let's do Garden of Salvation.
Well, I don't mind that, like in an
Nobody knows what that
RPG, like Final Fantasy, where you can grind a little bit and get incrementally better, and then even if you don't, that doesn't necessarily give you the edge. It gives you the mental edge to make you feel like you can
Absolutely
beat a boss or whatever. You're like, all right, I'm one more level.
I think some so-called difficulty is a flaw in design, because like while I do consider a lot of these Mega Man games, they can be punishing the correct, not the correct, but a specific Mega Man game, it might be challenging, but there's a pattern, there's a rhythm to the actual game that you can, once you figure out, best it. But then there are some that are just punishing for the sake of it. And I mean, I've never been a massive fan of that specific thing. Like, I do like the Dark Souls games because they are massively challenging, but there's a method to it.
I was mainly speaking of RPGs, like your Final Fantasy VII, because of what Drew and Tyler are streaming, but also because you guys leveled up in this last week here on Starfinder Land.
Hey,
Right.
And before we started this episode, I do want us to start, eventually tonight. I wanted you guys to all list one cool thing about your level up this week to start this episode off. One cool thing about your level up that you went through. Who wants to start?
I'll start because I don't have a lot to go over, because for soldiers, level 9 is the big level.
Yeah, I just want one thing, so you better not have a lot to go over.
Guess who gets to make wonder grenades?
Oh, you've got crafting.
I can
That's
craft any
awesome.
grenade since level 1, but it has to match player level, and wonder grenades are level 10. So
You got a 1 in 100 chance of getting some money out of that grenade.
Yeah, let's make the mindscape crazier with a D100 grenade. Yes, please use that. Who's next?
Xenia is a level behind Sprouts, so I get everything he got last time.
Yeah, but
but
level 9 was pretty
one
big.
cool thing is my trick attack is going up, so
Ooh,
that's exciting. 5d8 damage. Yep.
We're gonna be doing them
Mwah.
big numbers.
I mean, it all depends on whether I hit, but
Yeah, well,
if I hit,
guess what?
I think
very few people get to do damage if they miss, so
That's true.
it's true.
but your trick also has to go off, so you're doubling up here. Who's next?
Hey, speaking of people who can deal damage when they miss, I got level 4 spells.
Oh no! What
goodness.
level 4 spell are we gonna see coming up?
So I get summon feature from my summon creature from my connection, and picked up Mystic Cure and Mind Thrust.
Ooh,
Oh, a level
Classics.
4 mind thrust. Oh.
all right, we got a couple more here.
I'm pretty excited about Sprouts' new exploit.
Mm.
He gets a new exploit at level 10, and so I chose Deactivating Shot.
Ooh, what's that do?
For this debilitating trick, you can attempt to temporarily suppress one magic item or deactivate one weapon, piece of equipment, or armor upgrade worn or carried by the target.
Oh my!
That sounds cool.
Yes. And so if it goes off, the device's owner can spend a move action and attempt an engineering check for technological devices or a mysticism check for magic items against your operative exploit DC to try to reactivate the device.
That's pretty fun. Works on magic items too.
It does. It also, and this is really fun, works on constructs or the technological subtype, such as robots.
So the
So you
second
can just turn off a
Echo-
robot?
Yeah, when
Yeah.
Echo 7 goes mad.
So you know when we fought those golems, I could have turned them off.
That's wild.
Yeah. I'm very pumped about this.
They were magical golem, so that would have been a mysticism.
Yeah, it would have been. Oh, well, so you can instead use this debilitating trick to temporarily deactivate a construct that has either the magical subtype, such as a golem, or a technological subtype, such as a robot. You don't need to attempt a check, but the creature can attempt a fortitude save to negate the debilitating effect. If it fails, it's stunned until the beginning of your next turn.
Dang.
Once you've used this ability to attempt to deactivate a construct, that creature is immune to your deactivating shot for 24 hours.
So you can
pretty good.
stun them, but it doesn't like turn them off.
No. It's not going to one shot kill them.
Yeah.
Pretty good. There might be some more constructs in this AP. Who knows? What about Tyler?
So I was kind of I was headed one direction, and I've completely 180'd. I was going to take Defy Gravity so Devasho could fly, which I thought would be
gravity.
I was about to ask someone to sing that as well.
Would be pretty fun, especially at level 12. It gets a little bit better. But a new Solarian Revelation came out with Fly Free or Die, Book 2, and I just can't say no to the new hotness. This is called Tidal Surge. What this says is, as a move action, you may move up to half your land speed. I get to ignore difficult terrain. I could use athletics to jump during this movement as if I had taken a 10-foot running start. But until the end of my turn, I count as being both in my original position and the position that I end my movement in to determine flanking. Meaning, I can flank with myself using this.
That's pretty awesome.
If I'm attuned or fully attuned, I can pick an opponent to ignore their attack of opportunity from that movement.
That is very similar to like the ability the bad guys, the lead Necro had in Chronicles of Riddick. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Like he had like this ability to move through time where he was like, where he started and like where he ended, and it's seemingly flank with himself where you think you're looking at his front. He's already behind you. Nani?
So
interesting.
Yeah, this is nice. This allows, being able to just kind of give yourself flanking is pretty awesome, but it's also very nice because a lot of times we struggle with, well, who's going to be the person to try to run around the enemy to get into flanking position? And a lot of times that usually provokes attack of opportunities. Now I have a way to skirt around people and get into position and potentially not even provoke flanking or provoke attacks of opportunity. So I'm very, very excited for Tidal Surge.
Tidal?
Tidal Surge. Yep, TID. Very piratey name.
Yeah, I was about to say, stealing some abilities or effects from our 10-man roll no crits game.
Yeah. Fly
Free or Die. Something you can check out on the Starfinder Adventure Path modules. That is going on. It's still being printed right now. But like all the adventure paths, they have pretty cool extra abilities and new monsters, new bestiary monsters, like in every single volume. Anyway, let's get back into the action this week and do a quick recap with Sprouts Marlowe to tell us what happened last time on Cosmic Crit.
No sooner than we got out of the rift and Trest Warzone memories, were we embroiled in our own fracas back at the barge at large. Turns out that maybe the swarm has sensed us in its noggin. It sent some of its rhino-headed flying escachides at us. When we fought off the pirate boarding action, it sent us off course. We found a great storm in the wilds and followed the visions inside, getting hurt in the meantime, but empowering the crown. Now we're off to the last vision, that of ruins in the wilds, with a swarm trained to kill and maim. So sounds like another day of sunshine and rainbow here in the mindscape.
Good times to be had by all.
Yeah, sounds like a hoot and a holler.
This week's adventure indeed sees you all speeding towards this final site of empowerment in the mindscape, the ruins of the mindscape. But as soon as you all get back to resting again and watching the silvery sand dunes silently roll past your barge once more, we take a look out and see the ghosts of Alto looking sadly towards Echo's direction, Pirate Andis perhaps sparring with Trest, Seneca piloting the vessel with the help of Sprouts. And as this tableau plays out here, Suddenly, the five of you begin to feel weightless as you feel like you're vibrating off the ground, beginning to float above the deck of the Sidewinder. Light pinpricks from the edge of your vision, and as you turn, your peripheries turn dark. You get the sensation of your consciousness just kind of flying past the speed of sound, shredding through vacuum like a knife through butter. The lights kind of resolve into the images of distant stars as you find yourself moving through deep space. Your mind's now inhabiting a vast living thing. You feel thousands of organic servos moving inside you as biofuel rockets propel you forward. A similar ship gliding alongside you a few clicks away. Its hull has been pitted and scorched from battle, and you both move towards your prey. In the far distance, you can feel it on the edges of your scientific gathering apparati. It is another vessel, although this one made of metals and plastics painted in SDF colors. What am I explaining here, folks? Oh, we are in Starship combat mode, and you are indeed the four of you forming the different brains inside of some kind of swarm starship. Make me a piloting or life science roll to see what kind of ship this is.
On behalf of everybody, I would like to say, no!
Starship Combat, everyone's favorite. It's a sci-fi video game. You don't get away from Starship Combat.
No video game.
It's close enough.
A picture game.
We got a good one here. Xenia, you investigating your own vessel where you are melded with these four loonies, and the one that you are up against here, you guys are in a Swarm Dreadlancer. Dangerous strike
Did I fight
attack.
one of those before?
Oh, definitely not, because this is getting up there in terms of difficulty for swarm ships. Each of you have taken over one of the kind of brains throughout the ship that make up the driving system for this living vehicle. And I mean, basically what you know about it is kind of a starship wrapped around a massive super plasma cannon. A super plasma cannon is basically a capital ship kind of weapon. It does 3d6 times 10 damage. I'm gonna drop a quick link here for you in the Discord of this fun vessel you get to be with. Just like you guys were in the bodies of the swarm in that one episode, fighting off other swarm. You're now inside of a starship. What? Suddenly, as you guys are just coming to grips with this, and you can communicate with one another psychically here in the ship, you start getting psychic brainwaves that gather from hard light and radio transmissions. It seems to be an all points bulletin coming from your prey ship. All nearby ships. This is SOS from the SS Scout. We're a peaceful vessel outside of Ultranius carrying diplomatic personnel. We're currently under fire from swarm vessels. We need assistance.
So we're gonna shoot that ship.
I think we're gonna protect that ship, right?
But they've got diplomatic people. But what kind of diplomatic people? We might not like these diplomatic people.
They're SDF though, right?
Well, sure, but
as you are gathering, they start sending out perhaps video footage from the bridge, and you see Devasho on the back of the Scout's bridge. Of course, a diplomatic entourage, including your husband, Sadoon.
okay. Well, never mind. My feelings have changed about what we want to do with the ship.
Yeah, you've been all jokey,
blow that ship up.
that was our first instinct. So
I'm sorry, Tyler, did you say fire? Because I already fired.
I said fire, lub. I didn't say fire a specific weapon. I meant love and kindness.
No,
Man,
what-
y'all so easy to jump to violence.
Well-
I never said violence.
Well, to be fair, love
player
and kindness are the name of our
reaction.
missiles.
What reactions do your characters have from this information and from now being fused together in a starship?
Let's see. So is our sort of main cannon aimed at this thing at the moment?
Yeah, I've taken you to the map, and
Yes. Who are we?
you guys are in blue.
Okay.
And hopefully, Rebecca, you have the capability to move blue, the blue
All right, so-
icon here.
So then this
And-
green one is another Dreadlancer.
It is another Dreadlancer. This one looks a little damaged. It looks like it's fought off a bit of the scout's fire, but right now the scout is not doing too well and is making full haste away from both ships.
Oh, I think we gotta shoot that other Dreadlancer with the capital weapon. Might be the only chance we get to shoot a capital weapon.
Yeah, it looks like the shields have taken some damage as well on this enemy vessel, but you'd have to do like a scan to figure out where.
Yeah, let's do that.
Pew pew. Should I encourage?
Well, let's scan first.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what's the order of this? I can't remember. Maybe he does encourage first.
You can for the science station. They usually go in the piloting rounds. But if we want to kick off combat here, what does our ship's engineer want to do first? I should probably remind you guys, being the magnanimous GM that I am, that you unlock a whole host of new starship combat powers once you hit a certain level, and there's a few other things you can do from various positions. I think engineering has the ability to do like multiple bonuses now if you want.
Right, but we don't really have an engineer.
Well, I mean, if anybody wants to take that role this round, you can try. The advanced ability is orders, and that's one of the ones that uses our resolve point.
Don't you have to have a certain number of ranks in engineering to do that? I thought you had to have 6 ranks or something.
No,
Or-
that you are at 6th level, spend an RP, and succeeding at the difficulty skill check at the beginning of the phase that the crew member you're helping would try for. So you can try for a computer's check or a piloting check if you want to help the pilot. And
Well, Dabasha will never make any of those checks. So
I was about to say, if someone else wants to jump in, you can. If not, we can just move on to helm.
For right now, I think yeah. Let's just skip on to the helm phase.
Sure. So right now we're who's piloting? Who's pilot brain?
I assumed that I was piloting.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's make a little roll off.
Not great.
5 on the dice.
Oh, but I got a 7 on the dice, so maybe not very good as well. What's your total?
26 altogether.
Oh, good. My PDF Adobe Acrobat has decided to crash right now. So as I was looking up the numbers,
It failed that acrobatics check.
I'm sorry. What was it?
26 for me.
6. And I rolled 25. So the lower roll has to go first. I will move ahead. The Scout, the SS Scout, which you guys can also, this is like a Susquehanna Aurora class cruiser, and it is a fairly slow vessel. Their engineering check actually must, or we're gonna try to power the engines to get a little boost. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So they move ahead 8 squares, and then behind them, your ally Swarm Dreadlancer is going to try and keep up. And does so, and it's going to move 8 squares as well. All right, what would you like to do? helm phase. Does someone want to try to make a scan?
Do we know what? We said the shields were down in some quadrants. Do we know where the shields were down?
Well, like I said, if you do a scan action, if someone wants to start that up, you can figure out their shields complement.
Yes.
Yeah, I might. I might step into that role with casting Spirit Bound Computer.
Ooh, what's that?
It's a level 1 spell, which kind of functionally gives me like full ranks in computers for a few minutes. So I get a bonus to computers checks equal to 3 plus my caster level plus my key ability modifier. And so,
Oh my.
yeah, and so, which is better than what it is right now, which is 0.
Sure. So
So it goes from plus 0 to plus 18.
yeah, so a lot better there. It is it's not a difficult one for getting the defenses for a ship, but is 5 plus 1.5 the starship's tier. And you guys know that the Dreadlancer is a tier 11, which means that's going to be DC 21, and you've got to beat that by 5 to get the defenses. So 26.
Okay, 26. All right, let's see if I can do this thing here.
Yeah,
34.
Baby!
All right. So not only do you get that information, technically you have a lot of this from what I've given you here on the Dreadlancer. But in addition to that, what was the total roll?
34 total.
So 26 plus 5. So you get the next level of things, which is all of its weapons complement, which I can say happen to be the same that you guys have. But for its defenses, it has taken some hull point damage as well. It is down about 40 hull points and is down to 190. And currently the starboard and port side shields are at 30. Its aft shields are at 60, and its front shields are down completely, having taken some return fire from the SS Scout.
Good to know.
What action would you like to take? Captain, do you want to take an action here, or you want to wait for Gunnery Phase?
I want to wait for Gunnery Phase.
Pilot, what would you like to do?
So, knowing that their 4 shields are down completely, do we want to try to get in front of them so that we can shoot them in the front?
That'd be a little difficult because they boosted forward as well here. So you basically started.
Yeah, we can only move.
You kind of started on the same plane. That kind of thing would require, this enemy Dreadlancer to slow down or change course. But how you would get it to do that? You figure that out.
The troubling thing, the forward arc also has their super plasma cannon that I'm not sure we want to get in front of once we start shooting this thing.
Yeah. So what we could do is get up right, sort of a little bit behind them, but in their port arc. And can I turn at the end of my movement?
Yep. So the movement, the maneuverability is 2 for the Dreadlancer. So for every 2 that you move, you can make 1 turn increment.
All right.
Let's get on to a Gunnery Phase. Captain Sprouts, you wanted to do some encouragement?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, who is going to need it the most?
Well, there's one main gun on this thing. You've got a secondary in the form of a turret, a particle beam turret, but that main gun does 3d6 times 10 damage, which, I would do
echo
damage hit. Like, I don't think it can one turn.
Use heavy fire with that.
Heavy fire.
It's the heaviest fire.
So,
I thought we were gonna get 1 episode without it, and Jabert just
I will do
smashed
my
my
bad,
dreams
Donald.
on the concrete.
Oh, the ability I was looking at before was Orders, which is for captains. That's the one where you do the same check, indeed a gunnery check for a gunner, and if the check succeeds, the crew member can take 2 actions in his or her role that round.
Oh, that's big.
So
yeah, I want to do that. what is
Well, it says, but you can't take the same action twice. So I'm wondering if you can't shoot the same gun twice.
Oh,
Well, we have
Yeah.
a turret too.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
but we got multiple people that can fill the turret and the gun. Taunting actually, demand would be the highest thing you can do here for Echo 7, but you can only do that once per combat. So
what the orders?
demand is
Demand.
where you give a +4 bonus.
Okay. What once per combat? Okay, so that's intimidate.
Yep, and it's DC 31.
Yeah,
So-
bluff or intimidate.
It's
Wait, no, sorry. I'm looking at a different.
nope, just intimidate, but it's a high one. But you are that's like one of your high ones, right? Intimidate?
Yeah, that's a high one. Yeah,
Can we
we'll go
use
with
the Can we use the crown for any of these rolls, Patrick, or are we just kind of
What
amoebaed
crown?
into this spaceship?
of
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, there ain't no crown here, boy.
Spaceship on this
All right,
spaceship.
so
I didn't think
I'm Sprouts is gonna try to, or I guess whatever bug he's in is going to try to demand the echo bug.
You're a living brain inside this thing. Yeah, you're just shouting at your other fellow brain.
oof.
Oh no,
Nope.
Miles.
It's a
7 on the dice.
Not gonna do it.
Hey, we got book rerolls for a reason, am I right? And you've got 2 of them.
Oh, that's right. I do have 2 of them,
Yeah.
but I'm not using it yet.
Yeah, good job. Let's get on to gunning in this gunnery phase. Who wants to start the fireworks?
Can I just say, a living capital ship wearing a tiara would be rad.
I mean, it'd be very funny if as soon as you took over the ship, it's just like a giant
I think
crown
that would be very funny.
above the starship. It's like, what's that thing on the starship out there?
Does it always have that crown?
It's just a ranged attack, right?
Yeah, ranged.
To shoot the gun. Yeah, let me get the boring one over with.
Are you doing the turret?
Yeah. Does a 23 turret you?
It does not.
I didn't think so. Okay.
No.
Moving on.
Well, you've got the stats for the Dreadlancer. That is a miss.
All right, here we
I
go,
see.
gang. The big boy. Super plasma cannon!
Nice. That was a good build up for a 7.
Once again, what book rerolls are for here? Just splashy rerolls whenever you need them. Drew, you guys both
No,
rolled.
I'm too ashamed to do a splashy
no,
reroll.
yeah.
That's
7 on the dice.
that's my penance for my earlier pronk up.
I
with
imagine
reading
this is
the
going to be
book.
loud, but I wanted to play what the super plasma cannon sounds like.
Oh no!
So I'm just
Why don't you wait until we actually hit?
No,
Oh.
it's fired through the vacuum. Let's hear it. It didn't play.
It's just like Sound in Space.
it sounds exactly like a cannon would sound in space.
I like how I get to hear it. Nobody else gets to hear it. Well,
Well,
Thanks for building that up for nothing.
I know. It's so true.
Tyler rolled a 7 on his audio setup check.
I know. I'm a loser.
This is why we haven't had sound effects on this show for weeks.
he's had all sorts of sound
Yeah.
effects.
So I was like, this is working great.
Let me try
like, man, I'm killing it on the soundboard.
Let me try one. Let me try one more time.
I'm gonna pretend I can hear it sounding like
No!
Swarm.
What? I like the part where it goes.
I'm gonna fix this while you go, and then you guys are gonna be blown away by the sound.
Well, your cover isn't completely blown because you've missed firing on your fellow ship twice. It's gonna fire its guns on the SS Scout, and starting first with its lesser turreted weapon. And a 14 on the dice. Gunnery check. That is gonna be a hit against AC 22. And this first one, the turreted particle beam does 8d6 damage. So let me roll that. So that is 34 points. The backside of the Scout. And with that, you see its shield's being buffeted, but still strong as we go on to its capital weapon, the plasma cannon. Let's make that attack roll. Pop. Another hit.
Oh, that's not one you want to see.
Tyler, Patrick's gonna kill your husband.
Let's see what the
Not allowed
average
to have nice things.
damage rolls 110 points of plasma damage from that blast. And with that, the shields go down and a lot of hull damage. You see some critical fireworks coming out the backside of the SS Scout, which I'll roll a T100. Okay, and for the glitching system, I forget where this is in the rules section. 64 is engines. Well, you could have been, but you're too slow for old GM Patrick, which is going to apply to its piloting checks. So once again, they're sending out SOS warnings that they are being fired upon by Swarm Dreadlancers and need SDF support. There are is a peaceful delegation, please. We need help. Anyone that can hear us. You guys, if you want, you can respond to the Scout, though it might sound a bit odd coming from a swarm vessel.
I don't think they would believe us, but I guess if that's up to maybe Sprouts, the captain, to decide.
Well, I'm kind of with you. I don't think they're going to believe us, but also, if we were to send them a message, could the other ship intercept it and know that we were trying to help them out?
Potentially, you can go on to a private band though, if you're not doing like all points. Be like, key into so and so bandwidth.
Yeah. Okay. We can do that.
It could work to our benefit if we get them to target us and not them.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously going to figure out something's up when we shoot them.
But you always want the element of surprise.
Surprise is always good.
Yes.
I'm down for letting them know what's up.
Sure. So as captain, do you want to make communication?
Sure.
What are you saying to the Scout?
I'm not Sprouts, correct? Like Sprouts is just controlling a bug.
Well, you're controlling a brain. You are still Sprouts in taking over this mind. So I mean, you can.
When this bug speaks, he's not gonna.
I'll translate. How about that?
Sprouts. Okay, then.
So just give me a sentence.
Make sure you get all Sprouts' colloquialisms and turns of phrase and.
I would basically just say that this may sound hard to believe, but we are with the SDF and we're here to help you.
This might sound hard to believe, but we're with you.
Well, that just sounds evil.
We're here to help you.
Trust is earned.
You kind of sound like Cell from Dragon Ball Z Abridged,
or like the Monarch. But so Swarm naturally just sounds sarcastically evil. Got it.
That's the translation from Sheeran. But yeah, you make communication and perhaps get a response back on this private line from the captain of the Scout, who's like, I can't believe you're speaking with us, but please don't fire. There's innocents. There's non-combatants aboard the ship, and tell your co-pilot there, your wingmate to hold off. We took too much damage from that last fire.
Okie dokie.
I mean, is there any strategizing you want to try and get
please
across?
translate okie dokie.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Okie
but-
dokie.
I mean, I would probably Sprouts would probably advise them, if they can, to try to get out of the line of fire, or maybe get between or fly
Get
so
behind us.
that we're between them and the other ship.
I'm sorry. Where do you want them to go?
I want them to get Tyler said it better, but get behind us, like so that our ship is between the two.
So start turning.
Yeah. Go full cower mode behind big big brother. You're small brother. Hide behind big super cannon brother. That should work.
Oakley Dokley. Let's get into turn 2, and indeed they're gonna spend their engineering turn trying to fix their shield, CSS Scout. What would you guys like to do? Anything in your engineering phase?
I'd like to make a magic officer action.
Ooh, what's that? What would you like to do?
I'm gonna push. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna spend a resolve point, and I'm going to use this spirit bound computer. I'm gonna meld it with my own psychic abilities, and I'm going to try to get inside their computer's head, and I'm gonna try to scramble up their signals. I'm using Mystic Haze.
All right, so this is one of the higher level abilities that I don't know if we've ever used on the show, but indeed, burning a resolve point, and if you succeed, you're basically pushing garbage to their feeds, things that they use for targeting, and gives a AC bonus to opponents' ships, including your own.
Yeah. And then if any science officers try to scan or lock on, they have to roll twice and take the lowest. So,
all right.
So it's sort of just goofing up all their sensors and everything.
This is a very high mysticism check. You feeling confident?
15 plus
20.
1.5 times.
Is it only 15? I have listed here 20.
No, 15.
All right, that makes more sense. So only 31, same as the other higher level ones.
Jeez Louise. Goodness gracious. These are really hard checks. Quit putting us in starships that are higher than our level. All right, here we go.
Answer's no.
Oh,
35.
Acing it with.
Good lord, I have to roll high
with a plum. Yeah, well, that's what. Oh, I should mention. I mean, you guys should take a look at your starship, but technically, your brains are also able to act like a marked II tetranode, so you can take +2 bonuses to.
That's fair. Yeah,
that's good to know. But I've listed to you all the rules for the Dreadlancer. Feel free to burn through them.
All right, yeah. So they are so affected.
Okay, that is good.
Flying blind.
Let's go on to piloting phase and do another roll off, Rebecca.
Great.
I'm gonna roll first. 11 on the dice. I believe that's 26. Ooh.
You did better than I did.
Oh, actually,
right,
I will say first is going to be the SS Scout, which is going to start turning toward its port side and is going to end up kind of like almost turning back towards you guys. So it's got a fresh shield facing these two Dreadlancers. Yeah. What would you like to do, Rebecca?
Do I have the action economy for a flyby?
Yeah. You can move right on up to this vessel now. Flyby at this level is, it's the same difficulty. It is a 31 piloting check.
Take one of the tetranodes for a +2 and let's slap them.
All right, I'll try it.
Yeah,
right.
Get risky.
Ooh.
Nope.
4 on the dice.
Nope.
But +2.
27.
Oh no.
Yeah, that is not going to be a success. Unfortunately,
Do they interpret that as aggressive? Or just very risky?
Can I use one of my brain appendages to give him the Pronkin salute as we will fly by to show our signs of aggression?
I think it'll be determined by what you guys do next, because it is indeed going to continue on doggedly after its target, and is going to close some distance. Moving now, it is between you and the SS Scout, and it's got its aft turned to you. So as we go into the gunnery phase here, we'll determine What happens exactly? It will not take its attack against you, as it is focusing on the scout. Captain Sprouts, what would you like to do here?
I am going to encourage Echo.
Okay, so that's an automatic success, I believe, still for you.
Awesome.
What,
Then I succeed.
What is your diplomacy?
Plus 18.
For an encourage is still, just DC 15. So boom. I think with that, who wants to take the first shot?
I will take the first shot.
All right, blast through some shields.
and
Take a Tetranode as well.
Yeah, I'm going to do that's plus 2, right?
Yeah.
So you got a +4 total to this.
So, I only have aft in my range right now.
Correct.
Okay, let's do it. It's a 24.
Oh my god.
A miss. A palpable miss. What about Devasho? Tyler, you've got a +2 Tetranode you can take.
Sure. No, it's not gonna happen.
24, that is a miss.
It's not gonna happen.
Oh no. All right, well, seeing as how you're just acting super radically and missing this enemy vessel, it's gonna take its shot against a AC 23 of the SC Scout with the Mystic Haze ability. It's gonna take its first shot with that big old plasma cannon. Ooh, 7 on the dice. That is a miss. Believe it or not, just a miss because of the Mystic Haze.
Oh, Jabert.
Jabert with the clutch.
What a clutch ability.
It hit a 22, and
Oh, no.
and it did not indeed encourage that gunner. Let's take its other shots. 11 is going to hit against full front shields here, though. So
At least it's the turret, so I mean, it's still a lot of damage. It's 8d6, but it's
26 against that shield.
It's not plasma cannon damage.
No, the shields are still up, I believe. Yep, they have 60-point shields as well. And they're spending time repairing the aft shields, so that worked out well for the scouts. That's going to take us to turn 3 here for the Starship Combat. The scout will reach out once again on this band and be like, "If we're monitoring your flight patterns, they're extremely strange. Are you trying to hit this your other swarm ship here?"
To be fair, it is quite difficult.
Are they trash talking? We
To be fair, it is quite difficult.
Yeah, we can leave and let just Devasho's husband die a horrible death.
I forgot to make my attack with the SS Scout. I'll make my attack as well. It's got a mass driver on its front. It's nothing to sneeze at. It's 2d6 times 10, so it's not as big as the plasma cannon, but it can do some damage. But it misses with a 4 on the attack dice.
This Dreadlancer is untouchable.
It's impossible. As we get into turn 3, what do we want to do for piloting?
I might actually jump in the engineering phase.
Ooh, excuse me.
And do some precognition to give our pilot a bonus here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 10 plus 1.5 starship tier, so 10 plus 15, 25?
26.
11
plus 5.
Sorry, what?
11 plus 5, half the 1.5, or is it just?
No, 10 plus 1.5, right?
Yeah, 1.5 is 16
Of a
11.
Of an 11?
Yes, 1.5 times 11.
Oh, yeah, no, but round down. You always round down with that.
Yep, 5 plus 11. Am I doing the math wrong here? Hey, can anyone else back me up here, math?
I mean,
Basic
yeah,
math.
No,
Sounds right to
sorry.
me.
Sorry.
yes.
This is 16
Jabert,
plus
you
10.
are the one that got the Bachelor's of Science degree between the two of us, sir. Please don't make me doubt my.
I'm just trying to get every point I can out of this mysticism roll. Here we go.
DC 20.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Precog.
Baby.
There we are.
Natural
38.
20. I don't know why we argued so long over that DC.
I don't know. I think it should be one lower.
Crushed it. Crushed it. And that gives you a +2 bonus. Rebecca, and you can take a Tetranode as well if you'd
So
like
+4.
here. Yeah, is there any special maneuver you want to do? You're coming up on the Dreadlancers aft again, as well as starboard.
Do we have to roll off first?
Yeah, this is the roll off.
Yeah. Let's first roll it off. Foop up, roll the natural 20. I'm the best at this game. The absolute best.
That's a 36 for Zinnia.
Maybe I'm not the best. Didn't take any. No, I've got you there. 38 success. Whew. Okay. So you've got to move first. Is it worth it to try for another in the sweet flybys?
I think it's really unlikely that I'm going to succeed at any kind of maneuver.
Well, I mean, it's the DC's what, 31? You need a 10. It's a 50-50 flip whether you succeed or not, which is a great chance. I mean, but you haven't rolled very well. I will give you that. this session.
Sorry, do you have a plus
Become a
20,
trend.
21 to piloting normally?
Yes, I do.
So that's 25 with the bonuses.
That's true. So you actually have a better.
If you want to,
higher
you
than 50-50.
can have Sprouts Marlowe try and send orders this round instead of.
I'll try a flyby again, I guess.
I think you should, and then have Miles try to give you a bonus. And
Yeah, I mean, I can auto aid.
Well, you can, or if you want to try the orders ability I was talking about before, you would do a piloting DC check the same as Zinnia, and you can also do, I believe it. Well, I'm sorry, maybe I don't know what this ability is.
The last time I just did
is it from-
intimidate, I thought.
is it from character or star
Oh, no,
operation special?
Yes, the crew member can take 2 actions in his or her role. When you can only do it once. That's not going to be so useful here.
For her.
Yeah, unless you wanted to do a different starship piloting check after this, Rebecca. I think what you would want to do is a automatic encourage or a demand, because a demand is once per character.
Oh, per character. Okay,
yeah.
so then I'll roll for demand.
Sure. So that one's it's the difficult one. Oh, but you rolled an 18 on the dice. So full on success. So Rebecca, you have +8 to this, plus 29 to the piloting check. No pressure.
Wait, why?
You have +4 from Miles, +2 from the Tetranode, and +2 from Trest.
Oh, wow.
Precognating this
So-
super flyby.
Let's see.
There's 2 numbers you can't roll on this. 2 numbers, a 1 and a 2. And you've rolled
And I rolled a 2.
a 2.
Oh boy.
Actually, wait, no, you got +8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, is 8 is that a success?
23 plus 8 would be a 31.
Yeah, we said it was 31, right?
Oh, okay. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
maybe-
so
maybe
you just couldn't roll a 1. You scared me there, Patrick.
I thought it was, yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it was a 2 or 1, but I was doing my math wrong. Okay, so bare minimum, what you needed here, and you needed all those bonuses. Flyby successful. Are you hitting the forward arc?
Yes. Yeah, because that's where their shields are down, right?
Yes, they have boosted them since then, but not back up to full. Flying by will put you once again right in front of the other vessel, and then it's going to move forward on its turn and turn towards the scout. Let's get into the gunnery phase because we've got some good attacks going on now. First up, I think they moved right out of the SS Scout's big guns range. I'll roll for the SS Scout's turret. They have a persistent particle beam, which can hit, and the captain's going to encourage on this one. Okay, so they've hit the forward arc of the enemy Dreadlancer as well. So the shield might be down by the time you get to them, as this is 10d6. Yeah, shield's completely down. They've taken a little bit of hull point damage here. Let's go on to your attacks and see what happens.
So flyby is the big gun.
I would suggest that, yeah. The big gun with a Tetranode boost to a Daru here. I'm guessing you've got the higher of the two attack rolls between you and Devasho.
I believe I do. Not that it's mattered much this combat so far, but
yeah. Let's get that roll going, Drew. Ooh.
book reroll.
Just like Rebecca, 2 on the dice.
Taking it? You
Not
taking
gonna
it?
Taking this reroll. I can't do this again.
Oh, Drew wants it.
Drew thirsty.
No! Come on!
Unreal.
Another 2.
Rerolls are cursed, I swear.
Oh,
Another
man.
2 on the dice. Full miss.
Oh, Drew threw off his headset. So
There's another gun. Tyler, Devasho, if you want to shoot against their port side shields, the shielding is still up on there, unfortunately. But
Devasho closes his eyes since using his eyes doesn't seem to be working.
yes,
So he's gonna-
the Solarian, completely legally distinct force.
Yes.
Use the sentence.
That's his idea.
Hey,
I hit him! Yeah!
damn
That's a hit. I'm rolling 8d6. Oh, I need to type it out. It's so many dice. Bam, 8d6. 32 points of damage.
Hey, you've got some hull point damage in there. It's the shields on the port go down to 0. Okay. Everyone's favorite Starship Combat is back in a big way, folks. It's going to fire its main gun at the Scout again, the Dreadlancer, because that is what is in its arc. And hey, I can roll a 2 as well. It misses the SS Scout, but it's going to send its same turreted weapon as well as its micro missile battery at your guys' Dreadlancer in that order. Pow. Ooh, I've rolled a 1 on one of these, so that is a miss. And the 11 against your front arc is going to be a hit with the particle beam. I believe you're still at full shields there, unfortunately, so it's just going to be a lot of shield damage. 40 points shield damage, so there's 20 left in your front arc, but it does seem to turn an evil eye towards you as we go into turn 4 of Starship Combat. Do we have an engineering phase functionality for you guys? Something you want to do?
I think I'm going to hop over to Science Officer, so I'm going to be in helm phase.
All right, let's see here in the helm phase. Let's do that roll off, Rebecca.
All right, I'm gonna take a bonus on this. How many bonuses do we have?
4 per turn.
Okay.
Wait, Tetranode. Isn't that 4?
Yeah, that's
No.
4. Yeah.
Oh, 4. Sorry.
Okay, so I've rolled a secret roll for my captain ability. Let's roll the piloting check. 16 on the dice. I believe I have won the day. So you're gonna have a move first, Rebecca.
The answer is yes.
You want me to do a flyby again?
The answer is
I always want you to do flyby.
the
I'll do a flyby.
It's the
is
only shot we
always
have.
yes.
It's honestly the only thing exciting about Starship Combat, so I'm fine spamming it even if we fail over and over and over again.
We should remind folks about how just amazing flyby is as an ability. If you succeed at the flyby, you move your ship through an enemy's without provoking the free attack normally. During the following gunnery phase, select one of your arcs of your starship's weapon fire at the enemy vessel as if it were in close range against any quadrant of the starship. So you're kind of getting around the 4 different quadrants here. It's very difficult to maneuver. This does technically provoke a attack from the enemy starship. They have declined so far, but oh, trust me, I will take it this round just for you guys if that's what you want.
This move is so good. There's actually a minor crew action dedicated to just countering this action.
Oh, is it really?
There's a minor crew action that you can use to increase your AC and TL against flybys specifically. That's how good it is.
Because it's like the only maneuver other than evade worth doing.
All right, so I will attempt a flyby. Do I have any bonuses this time?
You take
+2.
You take the Tetra node, and it's up to Captain Sprouts if he wants to encourage.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and encourage.
All right. Alrighty.
+4 altogether, right?
Yep.
That automatic.
Yeah. So go ahead and make that piloting check.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Didn't need their help.
Didn't even need
Got that
the
10 on the
bonuses.
dice. So
Sweet.
success. And in the gunnery phase, you can make that attack roll.
Yeah,
I think we ought to target the port side, by the way, because their shields
Yeah,
are
actually,
down
I'm
on that
going
side.
to act in the helm phase as well as the science officer, and I'm going to lock on. I'm gonna lock onto their ship. I'm spinning another RP, Patrick. I'm spinning all the RPs,
Okay.
Russian RP.
splashing them all around. Oh, 27. Okay, I guess I should look up what the actual what the actual thing is. It's 5 + 1.5. So yeah.
Yes. So locking on to what location?
So this is not target system. This is lock on.
Oh,
To
this
the-
gives a bonus
to the enemy
hit.
vessel. Yeah. So +2 to gunnery checks. for the
Nice.
round.
So
All gunnery checks?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome,
It's-
my man.
its maneuver has moved it around, so its starboard side is targeting the rest of your guns, but your forward arc can fire against whatever arc you guys would like. What would you like it to be?
Their forward arc still has no shields, right?
You're not sure.
The port.
We know the port is down.
Then let's do that.
The turn before last, it did take some damage to its forward arc from the SS Scout. You did see that.
and I hit the port side. So both of them are probably low. Either one, I think.
Let's
it's
go
good.
port then. We'll keep the heat on there. If
All
we
right.
can actually connect with a
All right.
trunking shot.
Yeah, Drew.
you have +4. You have +4.
Yeah, Drew!
Yes, Drew.
That's a hit!
That's a
13
32.
dice. All right, 3d6 times 10 damage. Oh!
140 points of damage.
Whoa! 110 of which
Oh my.
gets through the shields. And we've gone past a few critical thresholds, I'll say that much. Let's just double check here.
The listeners don't know, but I put on my serious glasses for this.
That's right. I can already hear Mighty Wings playing in my headset.
That is 3 critical thresholds. I believe I missed one as it took a little bit piddly damage. So let's roll all 3 of them right now. 3 D100s. Anyone can roll a D100 and we'll take the first 3 that pop up. Oh, it looks like Drew wants to roll them all. An 8, a 77, and a 30. That is life support, engines, and sensors. So main one that's going to affect is that piloting, because I have a great piloting. The captain actions is life support. That's also kind of pretty important. Okay. So this thing is now limping along as we get into the rest of the gunnery phase. It's going to fire back at you with its 2 weapons. It can do so in its starboard side.
Do I get to shoot?
Yeah, maybe when I let you, but
Much like
take
after
this
that
first.
natural 1. Ooh.
yeah, that is their micro battery, which, I mean, it looks cool. It's like that thing where like 50 like teeny little missiles pop out the side of the ship, and they just explode harmlessly before they even hit your shields. But that is going to be, I believe, a hit for the particle beam. Your AC is still not under the Mystic Haze, right? That's just a 1-turn thing, Chipper.
Sorry, repeat that for me.
The Mystic Haze is just 1 turn, right?
I'm pretty sure that's true.
Okay.
Yeah, until the end of the next round.
Then I have hit a 28. So yes, let me do 8d6 damage against your front arc, which is now down, and you've taken 11 points of hull damage. Not that much. As we go to Tyler DeVaggio with a hit, a big old hit coming, or a 3 on the dice. That's the goal.
Yay! I like not contributing.
Oh my goodness, what? My PDF just keeps messing up on me. It doesn't want me to give this combat a fair shake. The Susquehanna Aurora Scout will fire its turret weapon and its portside weapon. You can do 2 gunnery attacks per turn. And it's turret first. Oh boy, a 15 and a 20.
Oh boy, good
Bingo,
thing we're on our
bango.
side.
Yeah. And they are obviously going to target that starboard side as well. So boom, 10d6 first.
What do they have?
The first weapon is a persistent particle beam, which is going to succeed in knocking down the shields there. And it takes... Oh. Look at Tyler. He's back on it.
He's got him.
It takes a little bit more damage, and then its next weapon is a light particle beam, right? Yeah, light particle beam. But this is a critical hit, so 3d6 damage here.
Oh, rolls.
So, yeah, not great, but every little bit helps. I'm sure you guys will agree.
It hits another critical threshold, right?
Yes, so I'm going to roll that one. D100. Then that's its power core. Oh boy. All right, into a very serious new combat phase. Are you sticking with the science officer section, Trest?
I think I might. I'm having some good luck over here. So I think.
All right.
I might wait for my pilot to go. But
success on my engineering action. Thank goodness. Let's roll for the DSS Scouts. Scouts doing pretty well as well. Let's get into the helm phase. Rebecca, this Dreadlancer, perhaps it's that you have not piloted with thought controls before, but it has outmaneuvered you a few times.
Gotta get my head in the game.
You have a -2 still to this.
I think you got him this time.
That is a success. Yep. He's going to have to move first, and he's going to try. And what am I doing? I forget that I can fly by too, everyone.
No, it's the worst. No. Hoisted by my own petard.
Rebecca, now you've got me. Now you've made me think of High School Musical. So I'm upset at you.
I know.
You know, I've never actually seen that.
I wish I could.
That wasn't
I wish
even
I
what
could.
I was referencing.
Yeah, I wish I could have said the same, but I have, and I do know that song.
Okay, so it's got to make a pretty difficult piloting check, and piloting is still at a -2 for it.
Oh, because of its systems.
So, and it's captaining. It's also at -2. The captain is going to try and shout at the other brain. Let me start that first. It doesn't. So it's only getting a +2 bonus here. Let me try this piloting check. It's a DC 31. Needs to roll I think a 13. Ooh, no. It has failed, which means you guys get a free shot at this.
Oh boy.
This vessel.
Oh boy.
Does Drew, like the turret, get to do it, or is it the front cannon, or anything? I mean, you're headed at us from the front, so it seems like we could use the...
This is probably a good time to say in the helm phase, I would like to target a system.
The movement does provoke a free attack from the starship as normal, so it works like a free attack.
So
Let's
I can
see.
just attack with the big bad boy.
Sounds like you can go wild.
So sorry. So do we resolve helm phase first, or do we do that right now?
I'm sorry, let me look this up real quick.
I'm good.
Because if I successfully target, then if you roll, you crit on a 19 or a 20.
So it works like you can use any quadrant from your ship, any weapon in any arc, but it targets its aft quadrant. This
Okay,
free
so we
attack.
shoot you in the butt as you go by. I see.
Yeah. So go ahead and
I'm sorry, I meant to say we shoot you in the captain's quarters as you go by.
make the science roll.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah, that's what we're calling it.
Based on Discord today, I think that's what we're calling.
That's true.
Actually, it says this free attack doesn't benefit from any bonuses or
Okay.
abilities taken, such as divert or lock on. So this won't count. But hey, if your roll is high, this can be pretty deadly.
Well, let's not count our chickens before they hatch. It's a 23.
That is a miss. So that is its movement, and you guys can move now. The SS Scout is also going to move in and get to targeting its starboard side that it just had some success with. And it'll send out another message to you guys, like friendly Swarm Dreadlancer, if you're still receiving this, we're going to focus fire on its starboard side.
All right.
We'll return to. Can we send one of your gunners over here? We're very bad. We need gunnery assistance.
We need to look up your dice.
So, if I'm not mistaken, we can, I think, move. Hold on. Right, turn and then move forward 2, and then turn and move forward 2. Is that how this works?
Yep.
And then turn and then move forward 2. Am I getting that wrong?
Yeah, but that's not going to get your forward arc in its in its range. You're starting this turn facing the opposite way of it. This might be a good time for the old flip and burn.
Oh, okay.
Or
gosh, where was I?
you can just turn in place, but you will be targeting its aft if you do that.
Wouldn't flip and burn also target its aft?
No, you can move forward afterwards, I believe.
Yeah, flip and
I
burn
thought
is
it
pretty
was you
sort of-
move forward half speed and then turn around. Like you flip.
Oh yeah, maybe that won't be very helpful here.
No, I think, I mean, kind of what our friendly ship is saying. I think we need to try to position ourselves on the starboard side. Hopefully, let them, because they've been harassing that side as well. I mean, actually, but we've been harassing the port side, right? So I mean, either way, yeah, your move was as long as we can get the forward arc facing either starboard or port, I think we are in a good place.
Yeah, and if we come around on the port, maybe we can force them to either point their weakened side towards one of us.
Right. So we have movement 6 and turn 2. So does that mean I have to move 2 hexes and then can turn, or am I getting that wrong?
That is how it works.
Okay. Because what I was trying to do was like if I turn and then move 2 and then turn and move 2 and then turn and move 2 and then end with a turn, then we have the port side in our front arc.
I think that's too many turns, but if you just like end up back, no, that's not gonna do it either. If you increase the ship's speed, if someone wants to try that engineering action, you would have some more movement and turning. to get to that port arc. Or if you want to try, I believe this is actually what the captain's orders is for.
Oh, actually, you know what? I have a thing for this.
Oh, what's that?
I will instead take the shipmate, the chief mate action.
It's one of the few good. Yeah. You said you were going to do targeting again, but we can. I think that the chief mate would act.
In Helm phase.
Same phase.
This is an athletics check to try to increase the ship's maneuverability by 1 level.
Mm-hmm. This is you flexing your brain muscles to try and like move the engine just like a little bit more.
To just like actually physically turn the rudder on the ship. It's very
I think that will be
the rudder
enough.
on a starship.
If you succeed,
metal, do it.
If you succeed, that will be enough. You want to take the Tetra node?
Yeah. So so the DC I think is 26, 10 plus 1.5. I don't know, man. Oh gosh, the Tetra node would almost ensure it.
Yeah,
do it then.
Yeah, I'm going to take 1. +2.
Oh no! You needed it. I needed it.
Yeah,
that was all. Good choice. Good choice.
Okay, but that puts you in the arc there.
Wait, so I can do what I wanted to do now?
It gives you an
Our
extra.
maneuverability is higher.
Yeah. So now you move 1 and then you can turn, and then you move 1 and then you can turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. So we can kind of tightly curve around and
Exactly.
okay, cool,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep, so that puts your front arc on their ports, and now is a pincer maneuver between you and the SS Scout. One of you going to each side, but actually the port side shields are still down. So let me do the SS Scout's attacks first. This first one will be its main front arc, which I think just hits with a +2. Yeah, oh boy, close. And it's going to blast those shields with 2d6 times 10 damage, 50 points, bringing down the shields and giving another 20 points through to Hull. And that brings, actually, the second one is a hit too, so let me do 10d6. Maybe it will steal glory from you all. Steal it away. The ship is still going to be up. I'll say that first of all, but it gets another critical threshold, which will be D100. 49, a weapons array, but that won't affect this round, so I won't even roll it. Let's go on to your. Well, I'll do the enemy Dreadlancer as well. It's 2 weapons, including its turret.
Oh, rock.
20 and 19 against your front arc, which still has 0.
Yep.
Okay, let's get some more D6 going here.
How many whole points do we have? Okay, 230.
All right, 34 from the beam, another 9 for a total of 43 points of hull damage. And I believe that's going to take you past a critical threshold as well. 46. We're going to mess up your weapons array as well. But that's still keeping you alive. Let's get to firing for your guys' turn.
Let me shoot first.
Tyler, go first. I'm despondent right now.
Who wants
Hopefully
the
we'll-
encouragement?
Yes, we've got a captain's easy +2 if you want, or if you want, you still can shout commands at Echo 7, like you normally do from his shoulder. What would you like to do, Miles? And between the 2 gunners, who wants it?
I can give it to Drew.
All right, then I'll do it for Echo.
We have 2 uses of the Tetranode, right? Still, because Bert used 1 and Rebecca used 1.
I believe so.
Okay, so I'm free to use 1, so I'll go ahead and do it. Just since it's available. I needed it. Oh no, wait, no, I think I'm 1 off.
As a fail.
27. Oh no.
So close. All right, it's on you, Drew. Take us home.
No presh.
No press.
No presh.
This has been the worst space combat in months.
Drew is depressed.
Oh no, he is depressed.
Oh Oh no, this starship combat was so close to being over, but we're still in it, folks.
I think Patrick's done more damage to himself than we have.
Yeah, no, you gave the SS Scout the courage to stand up and fight, guys.
This is the worst.
Wow.
We're the NPCs in this episode.
So stupid. So stupid.
That hurt. It was so good. Okay.
There's gonna be a lot of tense quiet cut out of this episode.
Let's keep it going and get on to this turn 6, 7. And let's do, unless anyone has an engineering, I guess I could technically have a couple for both these ships. Try and get some shields back. Let's do a roll off, Rebecca. Okay, I still have the -2, so I believe you have just beat me.
Yeah, that would be 36 with the toucher node.
Piloting maneuver is indeed going to do one of our favorite abilities, which is a flippin' burn. So it moves forward and then comes back to get its front arc. Just about, I think it can only target the SS Scout here. Right now, you guys are out of its range. What would you like to do?
So I'm back to normal maneuverability, right? That bonus is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
SS Scout.
If I just move forward, can I turn one? Nope.
You move, get right up in its face.
Yeah, its starboard shields are completely gone. We know that the what's it called? Just hit them, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, its starboard shields were destroyed. But I mean, you also, its port shields were destroyed a moment ago. The turn
can I
before
do
by
what I
your
just?
fire.
Can I do what I just did?
Yep.
I just moved like 2 forward and then turned.
Yes, that's perfectly fine as we get on to gunnery again.
I'm actually going to just try to target system this time.
Are you sure you don't want to lock on?
I've spent too many RP in this.
Yeah, no, don't waste any more RP in this.
Let's see. I'm going to. I guess I'm going to target the power core. See if I can get a explosive surprise.
Excellent. And I'll start off combat with it attacking. Oh boy, I think it's going to send its attack actually to the Scout from its port side. A couple of attacks. Oh no, its turret has missed. So just a couple of micro missiles bouncing off of the shields, doing very little there on the Scout. Let's get to your guys' attacks. Captain Sprouts, do you want to encourage or do you want to shout, demand?
Encourage, I guess, Drew.
Oh, we're still going with the old.
Don't encourage Echo this time. Encourage Drew, because I think I need it more than he does.
All right, Drew, roll us first. I think putting all this pressure on your dice rolls is what's doing it. You've got a +4. That's all you need. You're targeting this thing.
Listeners, you owe me $5 if he rolls below a 10.
We're gonna lose Patreon subscribers for this.
Oh,
Why listeners
do you
owe me
say
$5?
what
you say? It
it's
was
like your
a
third
7 on the
hard
die.
luck 7 of the
It
night.
said 26. I need to just reset my cache. God lord,
blast
this
that
is
cache,
awful.
son.
Devasho, give us another go. You get a +2.
I figure if Drew's rolls are going to be bad, I'm going to make money off of it. You guys can head on over to twitch.tv/Cosmic Crit and make that $5 donation.
$5 dono if you thought Drew was gonna roll high.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
to be fair,
put your
Drew,
money where your mouth is.
I can't do any. I can't do any better.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I
toot
can't do any
toot
better.
kaboom, Tyler.
Dude, where your boat? My boat. Your
You owe
bonus
me
is
$5
$15.
now.
No, you didn't say it before I rolled it. So nice try.
Oh, Patrick owes us all $5.
I thought I was gonna help out and take out the ship. No, we have to go to another round of combat as everyone has missed
This
here.
is just
This
the
has been
sloppiest space combat we have ever had on all sides. The NPC ship that Patrick is rolling is dealing more damage than anybody else. They're doing more.
No, you did 140 points of damage. I think you still have the current max here.
With one shot. That's the
one
only shot.
Yeah.
Does anybody have an engineering action for, I believe, turn 8? All right, so enemy ships have taken their engineering actions, and let's do a roll off Rebecca for Helm.
Great, +2 to this, so 29.
Oh, I have beaten you this round as they have fixed their malfunctioning piloting, and I've rolled better. You get to move first.
Am I close enough for a flyby?
Yeah. Guess what? The
I'll
SS
do that.
Scout is going to do the same.
Oh, double
do that?
flyby.
Yeah, and they rolled an
Oh
18.
Flyby!
Double flyby to finish this episode out. Go ahead and make your attack first, Drew. Bonus attack. And of course, you get that encouragement from a friend.
29.
So 27?
That's a hit. Hit on the enemy ship.
Yes!
I'm gonna roll my
We
attack
can
too.
choose the arc, right?
Oh, I rolled another 2. Oh, they needed you, Drew. I rolled a second 2. Yes, and with that, yeah, it is a fiery explosion as flying by, you light the sky up with the Dreadlancer and a plasma particle beam blowing right through the enemy ship. And we're out of starship combat. The Dreadlancer destroyed. Once again, get on comms, the SS Scout, and suddenly, after what seems like many months in the mindscape, Devasho, you hear the voice of your husband calling out and say, this is Sodun of the Susclan diplomatic mission and ambassadorship on Tranius. We thank you so much. We don't quite understand what has happened here, but it is amazing that you have decided to rebel against your swarm overlords.
So
Should we warn them that they should definitely blow us out of the sky before we leave this ship?
yeah, I mean that's a good thing to say. Like, can we
Destroy me.
Yeah, can we like lower our shields? So I think I figure we would do so, and maybe Devasho would reach out and say, there is not a lot of time to explain. I figure I'm not using Devasho's voice. I'm just going to talk normally. There's not a lot of time to explain, and this is all
There's not a
going
lot
to
of time to
sound
explain.
very.
It's all gonna sound very weird. But I love you. I love you more than words can express.
You should leave your husband for me. This colossal ship.
This sentient ship.
No, do you want to make contact? Over.
Yeah, and
Your
just
husband
say,
do this? Pew 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 pew.
Unfortunately, this is not a swarm ship that has defected, but rather we are FCDF soldiers who have entered the mindscape of the swarm and have taken over this vessel, but that control will dissipate soon and the ship will return to normal operation. But before, we cannot hold on for very long, so before that happens, they should destroy it.
Try and mask yourself as much as you can. Somehow, some way, your husband hears you through this voice and says, "What? Can that be you in there, Devasho? How did you become a swarm starship? What is happening?"
I believe you are confused and seeing things that you desire to see. This is all space magic.
This is all space magic.
I think he's like,
Which was the working title for this podcast.
I think there's like maybe an awkward moment of silence, and Devasho says, "I hope inhabiting a swarm vessel doesn't count as being unfaithful to you."
The last time I spoke with Commander Nachir, you were all on your way to a comet, and oh no, it looks like you're breaking up, Devasho. And indeed, you guys feel yourselves tearing yourselves apart as the bonds between Dex and the organic synth flesh and bulkheads begin to tear apart. As you are fragmented from the mind, the starship destroys itself, and you are all suddenly back on the Sidewinder, back on the barge in the mindscape. From the top deck, Seneca calls out to you. It seems like no time has passed here. We've arrived at the ruins of the Swarm Mind. Abandon all hope, ye heroes who venture here. Oh, and don't forget, to be continued.
Yay! It's over.
I'm so glad this episode is over.
Guys, I thought about nixing the starship combat, or just making it just like a short little interlude.
The listeners do not buy this for a second.
I'm not kidding. I was like, we'll save an episode here or there, but I didn't want to deny you the pleasure of rolling 3d6 times 10
that's nice.
Damage with that main cannon.
So the real question is, what do you guys think of my level 4 spells?
Yeah, I'm so glad I got you to level up. I was like, I thought about last week just being like, just make sure to put points in skills and boost your skill ranks up that you might need in, say, certain situations. But no, this was another kind of weird thing where you inhabit Swarm out in the world, and not too many of those happen in this book. So I want to make sure we get that full weird all Thurston.
I do like that we've done that multiple times. It's been a fun.
Yeah.
It's been a fun instance every single time.
Yeah, that's a fun sort of like, vision into what's happening in the outside world. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and it's fun to take control of things that being
you don't normally get to be
you just don't normally get to play with these things, and all of a sudden you get some, you get a new toy for a session and you have fun with it, and you get back to your character.
I don't know the next time I'm going to be able to make 3 attacks in one round.
It feels good.
Feels real good.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know how Lindra feels.
Ooh, it's true.
Guys, thanks so much for playing with me this week.
Thank
Thank you, Patrick.
And listeners, thanks for sticking with Starship Combat or skipping this episode. We'll see you next week. Either way, have a good night. Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Farewell.
You've been listening to Cosmic Crit, an officially licensed partner of Paizo Incorporated. The Starfinder role-playing game and adventure paths are trademarks of Paizo. All Pathfinder and Starfinder images are property of Paizo and are used with permission.